KILR Killer Games.
Good morning, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my tour around the world featuring Flight Simulator 4. And I say good morning because we actually took a break for several hours, virtual hours, to say that we got some sleep because it is now 6 in the morning. No, we're not going to be pulling an all-nighter this time because we're going somewhere that I want to be open so that way we can go check it out during the daytime. So this seemed like a good fitting time to just kind of sleep the night off, and we'll get up, we'll rise up, and get things off to an early start here. So let's talk about what it is that we're going to be doing. Here is our IFR map. And right here is where we're at. What in the world was that? I think my phone just did something. I don't know what it was. Okay, so we're here at Minneapolis-St. Paul International. We're going to be flying over here, right here, Litchfield Municipal. This is in the city of Darwin. All right, so we'll tune that in. We should see Litchfield Municipal. But what is actually over there is the biggest ball of twine. Hey, you know, I always think of Weird Al Yankovic, the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So with us being this close, have to make a stop to go over there and see it. Is it going to be a big deal? Nah, probably not. But we're here. Let's go check it out. Well, we won't be on this particular simulator, but since the other simulators, the later simulators, are going to be flying here, the big one is the X-Plane 11, which I do the documentary series on every place that we land at. So that's the one that will drive into town and look at the biggest ball, virtual drive in the town. But anyway, that's that, and that's where we're going. And we need to go and tune in our radio, and Darwin is 109.0. So let's go ahead and set this up for 109.0. Set this for nav 1. It's 52 miles away, and I believe Litchfield is an east-west airport. So I guess if we set it at 270, I don't know, at the way it might set it off a little bit. Let's see, maybe 265. We'll set this for 265 here. Oh, that's relatively close as far as getting onto the vector that we need. All right, well, let's get this party started. Now I've got a taxiway created. over on this other runway here, so go ahead and take that. The one we landed on, I created a taxiway for. I don't know if I did that for the others. I don't think I did. I may not have created the taxiway. I think I'm thinking of another. And this is right here. That might be the runway. I think that's the runway. Okay, never mind. I didn't create a taxiway. I just created this little thing here to park. It was another airport that I created the taxiway on. That's okay. We'll taxi to the end of the runway the old-fashioned way. On the runway. Do a little old school stuff here. Something tells me we should be taking off from this runway. Like in the direction we're going. That's alright. To the end of the runway here. Let's see, let's do air traffic control communications. Did we hit enter? Yeah. Request to take off. Press escape or space. Oh, press insert to transmit. This is about the best we can do for ATC. Oh, there were some files where people did ATC on them. (0216). I don't know if this actually makes a difference. Yeah, some of the scenery files I had downloaded that I wasn't sure how to get to load, those actually had ATC on it. But as we get flying, I'll be looking for more stuff for Flight Simulator 4, work that people have done. Yay! I'd really like to be able to get the voice thing working on this. This thing just lifts right up into the air. I wasn't even trying. Try not to hit the control tower there. Alright, so we're at a decent... Well, no, we're not at a decent speed, not as much as I'd like to be. So we'll bring the nose down a little bit more here. Should be turning dusk here in about 2.5 minutes. Now, something I'd like to work on is I want to try to build myself a Windows 95, 98 machine that also can also do DOS, because I'd like to be able to get this installed on an actual DOS machine. And try to get as see if we can't get the full benefits out of it, you know, like with the enhanced graphics and the speech synthesis. Because right now I'm not able to get it completely working because I don't have all the correct files that need to be here for DOSBox. I'm glad we at least have a sound enhancement so we don't have to hear that nasty, whatever that sound was. Oh, it's 6:30. It did not go light. I thought it would. That's okay. We'll just pretend to go get breakfast or something. Miles to go. Gotta keep an eye on our vector here. Alright, let's read from our fun facts book here again. Why do your eyes turn red and flash photos? It's not because everyone in your family is a little devil. No matter how much the photograph makes them look that way. The eyes appear red because when the flash goes off, it eliminates the back of the eye, which is thick with blood vessels. The reflected light is bright red, and that's what the camera registers. You can cut down on the redness by having your subjects avert their gaze slightly, or by turning on other lights, which cause the pupil to dilate and cut down the amount of light entering the eyes and bouncing back. I always wondered about that. I never knew why. I just thought it was something. Obviously, it has something to do with the flash, but just never really knew. How can an electric fan warm a room? Because of the heat produced by the motor, which actually raises the room temperature by several degrees. Why then do fans make us feel cooler? It's because of the movement of the air across the skin. It hastens the evaporation of perspiration, thus cooling the air next to it and slightly lowering body temperature. Using a magazine to fan yourself cools the skin, but, like an electric motor, raises the body temperature just as any physical activity will. Interesting thought. So if you're like really, really hot and you're doing this, does it not really help because you're exercising and so now you're warming yourself? I don't know. Who is the Jack in Jack-o'-lantern? He's an ancient blacksmith who made a deal with the devil, trading his soul for 7 years of prosperity. But he also got 3 wishes from Jesus and St. Peter. Anyone who climbed his pear tree, sat in his armchair, or climbed into his purse must remain there until Jack let him go. When the devil came for Jack's soul, Jack tricked him into climbing the pear tree. The devil gave Jack 7 more years of prosperity in exchange for his freedom. When he returned, Jack trapped him in his armchair. When the devil came back 7 years later, hoping to sneak up on Jack disguised as an insect, Jack locked him up in his purse. When Jack finally went to the underworld, the devil told him that he didn't want him around and he should go to St. Peter. As he left, Jack grabbed a burning coal and placed it in the pumpkin he was eating, using it as a lantern to see his way to heaven. The demons who saw it knew to steer well away from the clever Jack, and to this day, we use jack-o'-lanterns to frighten away evil spirits. We'll do one more. Who was the first man to talk turkey? Is that like jive turkey? According to records in the Library of Congress, It was a U.S. engineer whose name is lost to us. It seems that in 1848, he and an Indian went out hunting to feed their small party. They shot 3 crows and a pair of wild turkeys, then returned to camp. There they sat down with 2 other men and tried to decide who would eat what. The engineer reportedly said to the Indian, "You can have 2 crow and I will take the turkey. Or I will take the turkey and you can have 2 crows." The Indian objected. Basically the same thing. The Indian objected. "But why?" asked the sneaky engineer. "You'll have 2 birds to my 1. To which the disgruntled Indian replied, "Why do you talk birds with me? Let's talk turkey." The laborers, who overheard the Indian stand up for a fair shake, began using the expression out west and made it part of the language. Jive turkey. All right, we are approaching our vector. Making sure my black kitty isn't causing any turkey. Huh? Hope you do no jive, turkey. She's like looking at me. Whatever. You see her there? Yeah. Yeah, you. Cutie. My black beauty. Alright, I think it's time to start turning here. And I think we turned a little too much here. There we go. Oh, 31 miles to go. At 100 knots. Gotta love it's just plain black. Pitch black with a moon. 28 miles. I seem to be missing a CD-ROM. I need to find it. It's funny, I got this to use on a Laserdisc emulator, Thayer's Quest. And I haven't even set it up yet. It's from the creators of Dragon's Lair, Don Bluth. I had played it in the arcade when it first came out, but my goodness, this thing was complicated. It's like the game Cliffhanger. That was based off of an actual anime. I forgot the name of the anime. My wife knows it though. She knows that anime. She thought it was funny that a video game was made out of it. I always remember the part where they're... Oh, Lupin. I think it's Lupin the Third is what the cliffhanger takes footage from. And it's completely out of sequence. Oh, there it is. I wasn't looking for this. This is my my box, my original box for Flight Simulator 5. Oh man, I was excited when I got this. I didn't have a PC to play it. I was on the Amiga. But I was using a PC emulator, and that was like running a slideshow. I can put my jewel case in there. I also got this, too. I wasn't sure if my original... I wound up getting two of these. This is my original one. She's got Japan, Caribbean, Hawaii... And then I got Paris and New York separately. I still have all my stuff in this box. Crap. Ah, and I just dropped something. Oh. And I just dropped it again. Oh, I actually registered it. That's funny. I have something here for Microsoft Canada for, it says Canadian residents. Get a $10 rebate with Microsoft Flight Simulator, but don't wait. This offer expires December 31st, 1995. For a limited time, you can get a great bonus when you upgrade to Microsoft Flight Simulator 5.1. Simply return this rebate coupon and require proof of purchase. Yeah, but this is 5.1. So this is assuming that you have 5.0. And oh hey, this is the address of the most important person. Yeah. But this is the thing that I miss, and I still have it. The original Micro Wings This is the Microwings, the International Association for Aerospace Simulations. Oh, I would love to. I still have some of my copies. I'd like to be able to try to get the others if possible. What Sims do you use? The Sims 1. No. Microsoft Flight Sim, Microsoft Space Sim, Sublogic ATP, Flight Deck, IFT Pro, Azure Soft Elite, MDM FS100, ATC Tracon, Tower, or other. What system do you use? An 80386 and 80486, a Pentium, a Mac, a DOS, Windows, OS2, other. I don't know, other. I have an i5 at the moment until I can get my i7 repaired. It's this thing called money. It sucks. Everything costs money, and everybody wants your money. So, oh yeah, so I was telling you I had Paris, right? There you go, Paris. I've got New York here somewhere too. What? That's not what I was going to show you though. I was going to show you this. The flight simulator for Windows 95, as real as it gets. I have not done any videos with this yet, but I am planning to. I debated about it because Flight Simulator for Windows 95 is like just kind of like a slight upgrade from Windows or Flight Simulator 5.1. But it is version 6. The Windows 95 version is considered version 6, and Flight Simulator 98 is considered a service upgrade to that. But in my mind, I always skip the Windows 95 version. My mind goes from 5.1 to Flight Simulator 98, and Flight Simulator 95, we'll just call it FS95, is interesting because it combines elements. It's like you start to see things that are in Flight Simulator 98, which is in the Windows 95 version. Like you got more airports. Some of the textures that you began to get familiar with in Flight Simulator 98 are showing up in the Windows 95 version, so sounds too. But and I had never played the Windows 95 version because why? I mean, Flight Simulator 5.1 you could play. Well, you had to use DOS, but you just boot into DOS mode, which is what I did. And eventually, Flight Simulator 98 came out, and I just jumped right onto that one. Yeah, I grew up with the Commodore 64 version. The Amiga version was my own personal first, because I didn't own a 64. That was my family's computer. But the Amiga was my actual first computer that I ever owned. That was one that I bought and paid for with my own money. What was I doing? I think I was still delivering papers and stuff. at the time. I don't think I was working at the grocery store yet. I might have been. No, I think I was. What came out? 1987? Yeah. So I would have been 16. Yeah, I was at the grocery store. We're 9 miles away. We should be able to see that airport. Pull it up on the map here. This is concerning. I know it created it. Oh, there it is. I just had to be patient. That was bizarre. It's like it didn't show up until we were like six miles in. I don't think I did anything special at this airport, so it's just a runway. Ah! Keep it steady. So slow down here. can see the Vossi indicators. They're white over white. That means we're too high. The Christmas runway. Green and red. This is going to be a steep angle here. Maybe it is 31. That's wicked. The altimeter is at 0. Oddly, I don't remember this location being at 0. I thought it was 600. Whoa. No. I hit the wrong key. That's what I meant to do. All right. Well, we are here at Litchfield. And well, the sun is coming up, so cool things. I'm gonna go check out that ball of twine. All right, well, thanks for joining me on this flight, and hope to see you on the next leg of our journey, as well as the other simulators. All right, till then, take care. And if you had fun watching this flight, then you might enjoy watching the same flight on one of these other simulators. It's a great way to compare the difference between them, but it's also a nice way to relive some old memories, or make some new ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around in the wild blue yonder.